I guess. Is that a Chevelle lot? Is that an El Camino?
What?
We built it in our garage, man, after we blew our first motor at Import Alliance.
When he talks to you, he's going to say, Monte Carlo is not going to be super competitive. And you're going to be like, well, that's not what I want to hear.
I had to run with my water pump off because I run an electronic water pump. I had to run with it off just to get eating heat. I climbed through the window. I mean, there's nothing in the doors.
Are the doors welded shut?
They're welded shut.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit. So what you drive, what you do, all that.
Well, my name's Justin Napier, and everybody knows me driving the Drift Carlo, which is a 1974 Monte Carlo. Most people just go, what is that? And honestly, I get it. You know, most people can't look at that car and go, hey, that is a 1974 Monte Carlo right there.
I took a double take the first time I saw it on social media. So
I actually really like how proud people are if they guess it right. You know, I get a lot of people like, that's a Monte Carlo. It's like, yeah. and then
that's awesome.
Yeah, I get that reaction a lot. And so yeah, the whole car is just a whole character on its own, really. So
what's the craziest thing someone said to you about it before we get into this?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess, is that a Chevelle lot? Is that an El Camino?
What?
Not an El Camino. My bad.
Hell?
That would be crazy if somebody went up to me and was like, "Is that an El Camino?" I'd be like,
Are you retarded?
I mean, you know, it's got long trunk. I mean, you know, take the trunk off, man. Might be an El Camino, but I don't know. I don't know what the craziest thing is somebody said to me. I guess if you didn't ask me, I'd actually know, you know, but
I have a question, and this is like a personal admiration question. How much resistance were you met with when you told people you wanted to drive a Monte Carlo for drifting?
Absolutely none, actually. Like the
Everybody
drifting
was just like, go for it. Just fucking do it.
I mean, everybody was like, hell yeah. I mean, not West Cloud, but
I don't mean like, well, because Wes, gotcha, bitch. Like, okay, so the thing about Wes is like, me and Wes are friends, but we are friends on the level of we both just really like to drive. Now, I like to drive because I like to go somewhere and see if I can link the track and have a good time and hang out with my buddies and just play with my toy, right? Wes is
He's on a mission. When
he's on the grind. He wants to get better. I mean, not that I don't want to get better, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to be a pro-am driver. That's what his goal is. So when he talks to you, he's going to say, Monte Carlo is not going to be super competitive. And you're going to be like, well, that's not what I want to hear. But if you talk to me, I would be like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, to clarify, I mean, he was like, yeah, I mean, you're going to have a hard time drifting this thing. And, you know, it's going to take a long time to figure this car out. And I think I'm doing quite well now, but he was right. He was right, though.
Yeah, he's
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, he was right. It's a horrible chassis. You know, you can't just go buy an angle kit. You have to make your own.
Well, give us a rundown on the build of the car, like where it sits right now then.
Right now, it's a small block 350 board. Let's see, 60 over, so it's more like a 360, forged rods and pistons, some big old dome pistons, big old rowdy cam, high-rise intake. It's basically like, I guess, what a drag racer would want to run, essentially. But, I mean, we built it in our garage, man, after we blew our first motor at Import Alliance. They broke like 7 pistons. And, I mean, methanol, man.
I was going to say, it's a methanol car, right?
It is methanol, and that's one thing everybody remembers about that car.
What the fuck, Luna? God damn it. This is our first podcast. She's, come on.
So we'd like to introduce...
This is Luna, if you haven't met her. She's fat as fuck.
The drift cat.
That's hilarious.
Sorry.
That's funny. The drift cat. I have a cat that'll like get in my drift car. I'll like ride my car.
She never leaves the house. So
that's hilarious.
I love the methanol so much though, because like I was at Clarksville and had Jake Robert parked next to me, and he was like trying to change a tire on his car, and my car's just sitting there idling, and he just looks at me. He's like, I can't see because it burns your eyes so badly.
Yeah, it does.
And I've had
what kind of temperature differences do you see with the methanol? I'm sure it's a lot, right?
Oh gosh, it's terrible when it's cold, man. Dude, at IA it was 100 degrees outside, and my car would not go over 170.
God damn, that's awesome.
I did, and then I went to went to Knoxville, the East 10 event, and it was like, I don't know, 40 degrees, 50 degrees, I don't know, like 60 degrees out there.
Couldn't even barely get it started.
I had to run with my water pump off because I run electronic water pump. I had to run with it off just to get eating heat.
Wow.
Really?
Dead serious. I had to sit there and just circulate a little bit. Completely left it off for a whole run. Looked down. It was like 150 degrees. I'm like,
What the fuck?
this stuff is pretty cool. I mean, it keeps it cool, man. It just, it takes a lot more of it to run. And, I mean, it's a party fuel, man.
Okay, so what kind of differences in fuel does, like, not fuel, like expense? How much more expensive is it than, like, you say E90 or like pump E85? I will say I'm a cheap fuck. I run pump E85 on my car, and it's like
So it comes down to $4 a gallon if you buy it by the gallon.
that's really not that crazy, actually.
Yeah, and so I buy a whole barrel for, I think it's like $250.
Oh, yeah.
How long does that
And-
last you?
About 3 events.
Really?
Depending on how, I mean, if I'm doing 20, 30 runs, yeah, a barrel will last me about
20, 30 runs?
Yeah, is it not crazy?
That's pretty crazy for a car that's methanol powered, that's straight axle and that heavy, right? How much? What's it weigh?
That's what I
Like
was thinking.
3,000 pounds, man. That thing's gutted. Dude, it's literally just sheet metal on wheels.
What, you fucking you speed hole it? Come on, it weighs more than 30,000
Does it even have
pounds,
glass?
Huh?
Does it
No,
even-
there ain't no glass in it.
Oh,
Just a
okay.
Lexan windshield.
There you go.
I mean, I'm doing no
I was
Lexan.
pretty sure some of the pictures I looked at, there's no glass in the rear or anywhere.
Dude, I climbed through the window. I mean, there's nothing in the doors.
Are the doors welded shut?
They're welded shut.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
climbed into the window.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, you know what I hate? The only thing I don't like about the welded door shut thing is like I try to read the FD rule book and I like to follow the FD style stuff,
Sure,
the
yeah.
rules because that's
Pretty proven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the rules is got to have opening doors, and I'll be like, I got a backup plan for it just in case I ever like need to run an event with opening doors.
Yeah, it's called a
but-
sawzall.
Yeah, no, I do. I could take one of those doors off in like 5-7 minutes of sawzall. Like, okay, we got it set up where we're gonna yank them right off. Everything on that car is set up to be yanked right off when we hit
Are the hinges still in them?
No, they're welded to the quarter panel on the fender. And then we made little brackets inside that connected to the cage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can stand on them. Yeah,
Dang.
I mean, we bracked
That's
it up.
impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I stood on them.
I love you, man.
Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, man, if I did something cool, I would just stand on my door and go, yeah, I mean.
No, it's just me in my dimly lit garage. That's how I would test something too. I'm like, hey, you can stand on it, motherfucker, solid.
I didn't have to test it. We knew.
Did
Okay,
the car
so-
start off as a rolling chassis when you got it? Or was it
Yeah,
already?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it-
man.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. You're good.
So all right. So this is not the first car that you guys have built. There's no way.
No.
All right. So give us a little bit of your background in motorsports.
Yeah.
Where did you learn, that stuff?
So I started working at the Hound Room Speedway when I was like 15, 16, whatever, whenever you first could start working legally. And I was running hamburgers and stuff like that, doing the fueling for, running their little fuel thing. So I was there from like age 18, and then I went to do like some small time NASCAR stuff, the ARCA series. Did that for like 6 months or something like that.
Did you any good?
I was just a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but hey, it gave me some experience to working on
Yeah.
some
Hell yeah.
higher end stuff.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and so then college started, and then I'd just been piddling my own stuff. I built a little F-body Camaro, and I built a truck. Actually, started when I was 16. Still not. I mean, I drive it, but it's not done. Is it ever done?